This is the Western Cape Surf Lifesaving Champs, brought to you by Solid Oak, the Rescue Sports Series. And we are on day 2 here of what has been an amazing event. Our first event of the day is going to be a new event, or relatively new. It's the 3 times 1 kilometer beach run relay, and certainly tests the overall fitness and resolve of our volunteer lifeguards. We can see a nice, lovely big field lined up to take on this relay. All the clubs deciding to put their name in the hat here. And favourites here today, I've got to say that just based on results over the last few competitions in the Rescue Sports Series, got to say that I'm looking at Llandudno here for a win in the open men. You know, we're looking at Robbie Schaff, Peter Copeland and Kwart Street, who are certainly the top runners in the Cape on the long run. And there's 3 persons in this team. It's a 1 kilometer run, and they are getting under starters orders and just about ready to get cracking on. Well, they're under starters orders. It's a 1 kilometer run, and they are certainly, your first runner is going to have quite a lot of pressure on them, and away they go. Our first leg here in the 3 times 1 kilometer beach run relay has set off, and has set off at a pace that I'm even sure a Kenyan might rival or want to try and rival. They are sprinting down the beach, trying to get around the inside of the rocks. A bit of a tactical play there, as we can see, top and bottom of the rocks getting some action there. It was a very, very risky move there, going on the bottom of those rocks, especially with those waves washing up against there. But I suppose these are the decisions that you make being a lifeguard and being on the beach and racing in an environment like this, is that there's all these different options that you can choose, and the ocean always dishing up something different for you. Certainly looks like those guys that took the bottom line there had a quicker run onto some hard sand. The guys that went over around the top of those rocks had to navigate a very narrow channel, and our leaders now have made a line and are making their way almost down to the turn can. Not sure if that's a full 500, but it certainly is far enough for this relay. And making themselves down to the turn flag. Look at that foam that's just been kicked up by the ocean. Currently in the lead, looks like it's a Milnerton cap, followed by Llandudno. A little bit of sidestepping happening there. Hoek, Llandudno, Hoek, Llandudno. Those are your leaders at the moment. I do see a Clifton cap in there as well. And trying to see who this runner is from the Clifton A team. This pace is now settled down, and tactics are now coming into play here. For our athletes, 4 of them together and making their way. They're halfway back now, and so their teammates will be standing on the line. Big move being made here by Llandudno. Llandudno makes a massive move, puts on the afterburners, going on the inside of the rocks here. Obviously spotted a bit of a gap. The rest of them have to follow his lead, and he is putting his team in a very strong position. Clifton is hanging in. The other Llandudno team right there on his shoulder. But look at this burn here from Llandudno. What an absolute burn. Goes around the flag, tags his runner, goes around the other flag, and away he goes. Llandudno is certainly trying to put their hand on the base of this trophy as the rest of the teams do their transition, and away they go. Right, learning the lessons from the first group. They're going on the bottom line, on the inside of these rocks here. There's a bit of a shore break building up. The back markers might get hit by that one. Milnerton pushing hard, trying to close the gap, but our top 4 here are well away, and Llandudno is holding on to that lead. forget about taking the win. It looks like Llandudno want to take all 3 steps on this podium. And here is our leader running strong. Trying to pick up who that is, but love themselves a long run is Llandudno. And now being caught by one of his teammates. Clifton is hanging in, not wanting to give Llandudno a whitewash of this event, and certainly running very strongly is the Clifton runner. Our top 4 now, this is where all the action is going to happen. I cannot see another team catching up to these guys. They are certainly hammering away here. Now comes the tactics. Oh, look at that. Look at that decision right there. Clifton takes an inside line. He knows this beach backwards and straight into the lead, stays on the hard sand. They're going through the foam. Llandudno is now under pressure. Clifton, our hosts, have taken the lead here in the 3 times 1 kilometer beach relay. Got a bit of interference there happening. Caution. Don't have to encourage some of our spectators to join a long run. They see a bit of running happening. They are certainly there to join. Is that a dog or an otter? Well, Clifton takes the bottom line right through the shore break. Clifton out of nowhere, that tactical move on the inside of the rocks has absolutely paid off for Llandudno under some serious pressure. Oh, look, here comes Llandudno, doing it for the team. Gonna catch right up. What an absolute burner there by the Llandudno competitor. They're going to tag together. This is coming right down to the wire. Clifton is away. Llandudno is away. That's your 1 and 2. Llandudno 3, Llandudno 4. What looked like it was going to be a whitewash is now a run for survival here to try and see if we can maybe get a gold medal. It's all down to the anchor men now. They run through that ankle deep water. Comfortable running here from Llandudno. Our Clifton runner also. This is a tactical game now, folks. This is number 1 and 2 here, and this is a complete tactical game. You have to pick your line carefully. Lots of foam, lots of debris on the beach. It's a semi-hard, semi-soft sand. Terrible stuff to run in. Absolutely terrible to run in. But our leaders now pushing away through the inside. It looks like it is the strong, comfortable gate there of trying to pick up who that Llandudno runner is. Could that be Robbie Schaff taking the lead? Llandudno takes the lead. Clifton has burnt too many matches. Llandudno takes the lead again. Around the flag they go. Clifton second, Llandudno third. And another Llandudno cap coming in 4th place. But look at our leader, folks. The Llandudno team puts in a burn off the flag and opens up a solid 30-meter lead. Clifton are under serious pressure even for the silver medal, as Llandudno goes into 2nd place as well. This is going to come down to a very exciting sprint finish for the 3 times 1 kilometer beach relay, long run relay. Well, folks, our leader is pushing hard across that sand, trying to pick up as many gaps as he can, straight past the Hoek shuffler there. And on the inside, and this is it, folks, our winners here for the 2026 Western Cape Champs 3 times 1 kilometer beach run relay. It's going to be Llandudno. Llandudno is going to take the win here, folks. Look at the teammates cheering on. Llandudno are our winners. Llandudno takes the gold in emphatic fashion. And 2nd place looks like Llandudno as well. Takes the silver as well. And Clifton going to have to settle for a bronze medal there, folks. Well, what an exciting run. Who said that long running can't be tactical and exciting? Absolutely amazing run there by our Llandudno teams. Shows why they are the kings of the long run in South African surf lifesaving. Definitely not going to get one up on them. on that front, and absolutely showing their dominance there in the beach run relay.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you can start from leg one.
Yeah, I mean, the pace was faster off the start. Maybe didn't push it too much, and I took a gamble at going inside instead of outside. Had to catch the field, but I tried to catch up. And then DC boys put an absolute masterclass to catch up. Tommy, you can tell your leg if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I think I benefited from not competing yesterday. All these boys did the long run, and I think Pete, who I was running again, actually won it yesterday. And then I had a bit more energy than him today, and I managed to get us up into second, I think. And
the last leg was always going to be a slog and just dig deep. But I think watching the guys before, seeing the advantage of cutting the gap in the rocks, timing the waves, and gambled on the last one and brought it home, so it's epic.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Shot to you as well.
That was amazing.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Well done, boys.